winning the war. I get knocked down, I get back up, get up and go, I stay ready for more. Go toe to toe till I level the score. Never gon' quit. Heard you seen some, but you never seen this. Bet on myself 8 times, no trick. Give me the loot. See now we going high.
Y'all know what time it is. Listen to the urban sports scene. It's actually going to the body with the urban sports scene. I'm Wole. I'm joined by my guy Ray Jeezy. What's going on, Ray?
Hey, I gotta find my light-skinned little voice. I want to give a special shout out to Hangry Joe for showing love for Father's Day, bro. They hooked us up, bro.
Oh, for us, what's up? I saw that. Yeah, it was dope. What was that again? I ain't know. I ain't gonna hold you. What was that?
Hangry Joe's.
What's that? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a hot chicken restaurant, bro.
That's what I thought it was okay about this thing. I thought so. Yeah. That's like, where is that at though? What area is that at?
They got different ones. Bowie got a location. Waldorf.
Okay.
Just a few of them.
Okay.
You should check it out, my brother. But do you eat chicken?
Yeah, I'll be trying. Yeah, I still eat chicken, but I'm still trying. You know me. I'll be trying to like play it off. You know me. I'll be playing it off.
They ain't got no goat. They don't have no spicy goat. You ain't.
Oh no, I still eat chicken. No, I definitely still eat chicken. Don't get twisted. Like I don't even try to eat goat anymore for real. Like I'm not doing not anymore. That's a lie. I try not to eat goat. You
don't eat no goat. You can't come to the wedding. You don't eat goat.
Oh no, I still eat. I mean, I eat it. I just don't eat it as frequently as I used to. Dude, I barely eat rice like I used to. That'd be blowing me. You know, I used to love rice. I mean, I still love rice, but
man had a jolt of quinoa.
Not the same.
Avocado oil.
It's not the same. Oh, that is not the same. I tried cooking jollof rice. I tried jollof rice with like olive oil. I was like, never again. I'm not doing that. If you going in, you going in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you try and make it, the camera.
My bad, bro. I'm trying to turn this
I can tell this. No, stunner.
There we go. I'm back,
right,
bro.
Hey, we tripping, man. Yeah, this is how we normally are, man. Y'all new to us, man. Good. We geek. That's what we do. But before we talk about our actual subject matter, let's knock out some particulars. Hey, you can check us out on our website, which is theurbansportscene.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search The Urban Sports Scene. Also, you can subscribe to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button. Also, like this video. We also qualify for Super Chat, so if you want to give us a Super Chat, feel free to do so. Also, you can check us out on our socials, which is on Twitter at Urban Sports Scene. You can hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene. I like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group, which is just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, man, let's get into our tradition. The pregame. Here's what we have on tap. We're going to talk about Richardson Hitchins retaining his IBF Junior Welterweight title by KOing George Kambosos in the 8th round. All right, Ray, let's get right into it, buddy. Why was Hitchins? Hitchins. I'm sorry. Why was Hitchins so dominant?
So you know his nickname is Africa, right? So you can just call him Africa.
Oh, Africa. I know. I know. I see. I want to do that though. I don't like. I know. I have my reasons. Hitchins. Okay. Like I have my reasons. He's gonna be called Hitchins. Hitchins. Hitchins will be his name.
We'll call him Hitchins. Mom named Hitchins, right?
Hitchins,
here you go. Richardson. We gonna call him Richardson.
Richardson. I don't call him Richardson before I call him African.
There you go. There you go. But no. In all seriousness, he looked spectacular. I know there's a lot of criticism about Kambosos and the type of opponent he is, but still, Kambosos has fought some notable names: Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney. And Wole, you were one of thousands who said he looked the best out of those three guys.
Yeah.
Now, one could argue that Lomachenko punished him, which he should have, but Richardson had a 4-inch reach advantage, similar to Devin Haney. But while Devin Haney jabbed Kambosos to death in that first fight with Kambosos and Haney, Richardson Hitchins, that jab was stiff. It by the second round, it had Kambosos' right eye swelling. He had a cut under his eye, and he just continued to work on that. And then the body work. I think it was around the 5th round where that body shot almost got him up out of there. Kambosos, shout out to him.
The first one.
Kambosos, shout out to him for coming forward, but he just was so inaccurate with his punches. He couldn't put together combinations. Kambosos really is a fighter that you do want to fight in order to showcase your skills to get better fights. And that's what I think Hitchins wanted to do. And he knew he was becoming a promotional free agent right after he left Eddie Hearn in the Matchroom, and he's looking for big money. Turkey said, if I'm going to deal with him, I want Matchroom to be involved. So I don't know if it necessarily worked, but Richardson Hitchins had a game plan, and it worked out for him.
Yeah, his jab, like you said, Ray, his jab looked great, man. It was stiff. I mean, he kept, he was real basic, and when he's real basic. The jab, then he led with his right. The body shot was where it was at, but you could tell he got real comfortable though. Like it got to a point where he was so comfortable, like he can do whatever. And Kambosos was target practice for Richardson. You know what I mean? Like just straight target practice. It was like anything, like he got the distance he wanted, he got the combinations he wanted, and he's not a big combination guy, but he got everything he wanted out of it. You know what I mean? And like you mentioned, going to the body. Because I remember like the announcers were talking about how Lomachenko like kind of softened it up and showed you that's the way you get Kambosos out of there. Like you go to the body, and basically, and he only took 2 body shots. It wasn't like Hitchins was like going to the body on a regular. He had one shot would basically put him out. I mean, would put him like hurt him big time when he was trying to cover up, and the last one got him out of there. So basically 2 body shots. It wasn't like it was by nutrition. It was 2 shots. They got him out of there. So it was a great performance, to be real with you. I'm not gonna crap on his performance because of the person. You know what I mean? We talked about who Kambosos is. I think we already know. We've said this on this show plenty of times. So it's no need to like go and heart and focus on that part of things. But in terms of Hitchins' performance, I think we got to give him his flowers. It was solid. You know what I mean? Like watching him, he does kind of like when the announcer said it, I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. He does remind me of Vernon Forrest. Rest in peace. He reminds me a lot of him, to be honest with you, because Vernon Forrest his jab was heavy, and it was simple, right? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't, and I mean pretty. When I mean by pretty, it wasn't like flashy. It was basic. It was fundamentally sound. Jab. And I'm gonna counter off my jab with my right. You know what I mean? And that's what Hitchins did on Saturday, and that's what he's pretty much done his career as a pro boxer. And it's worked out for him. You know what I mean? So I think in terms for him, what he did to Kambosos was good for his resume, and not because again Kambosos is an elite boxer. It's almost like I mean, all jokes aside, I'm not trying, and rest in peace too, but it's like when Mayweather beat Gotti. Like Gotti was like kind of a known figure because of the battles with Ward, right? Ward Gotti. So that put Gotti into a different, like I guess a different sense of a different realm of popularity because of that those bouts with Ward. Same thing here. Like Kambosos got popular because of he upset it basically, and that was it. So basically, if you're a guy like Hitchins is trying to get to that level of being a prize fighter, a pay-per-view draw, you need to have a guy like this on your resume because now people are going to remember, oh, you beat the dude that beat Teofimo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what you're known for. Or the dude that fought Devin Haney, the dude that fought Lomachenko, the dude that fought what's this dude lose to? Who else did Kambosos lose to?
Devin Haney.
Nah, other than Devin Haney. He fought
Devin Haney. He lost to Devin Haney. He lost to Lomachenko. I don't know if he's fought anybody else.
That's it, right? That's it, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, this was his 4th notable fight, but I'm glad you mentioned Ward. I'm not sorry, Ward. Gatti versus Mayweather, because I was going to ask you, since we've been watching boxing, when you think about like CompuBox stats, I can't remember the last time a fighter landed over 50% of their punches. According to the stats outside of Mayweather, when he beat Gatti, he landed everything at will, and that's what Richardson was doing, landed everything at will. Yeah. Even when Kambosos tried to play stalker, he was just countering him. I was like, good gracious. Kambosos, his ring IQ is just not there. He was flat-footed. You should see Paul Magliani.
I saw it, bro. That thing was mean. He fried him, bro.
I don't know how in the life. He said T.O., that lucky win over T.O. is horrible for boxing because this bum essentially now his words. I'm paraphrasing.
I know you are.
So we can kind of say he's a bum as fans, but when another boxer, somebody who's done it, says it, To me, it holds more weight because he can criticize me if he wants to. We can't necessarily because we never boxed. But at the same time, bro, anybody who knows boxing can see that Kambosos, he's really not a guy that should have been in those type of fights. But again, he worked hard. He earned that position by getting a victory over a notable fighter. And here we are. And Richardson Hitchins, like we said, he took advantage of it. And now you want to be in a position where people are calling you out. And we got the homie. We got the homie Antoine calling him out now because he's like, I beat this dude 4 times in the amateurs. So it's leading to a lot of intrigue. It's just what's so annoying about boxing is that's all it ever is. It's tweets. It's YouTube videos. It's and we get what 2 notable fights a daggone year. I mean, not really, but you know what I'm saying. In each division, maybe.
Yeah.
So who's actually going to fight now? I sent you the message saying, okay, Hitchins posted to his story. Yeah. He's going to fight Haney. Haney's like, Cap, I ain't heard anything yet. It's like, come on, why can't we get it done? And Bill Haney, you know, he's at the fight.
I saw what he had.
He's trying to minimize what Hitchins did. Someone he got hit a lot. I said, are you serious? Kambosos landed how many shots? Not even 60 punches the whole fight.
Kambosos was like he got shut out before the knock, before the KO. They basically like this is the thing.
He didn't win a round.
He didn't win a single round. He got shut out. And basically again to give Hitchins his flowers. Again, like he basically beat Kambosos to submission. Basically,
KO'd him.
He didn't want to come back. He didn't want to get back up. It's not that like the body shot was thorough. Don't get it twisted. But he didn't want to get back up.
He hugged the ref.
Yeah,
he gave him a hug. Like,
I let you know already. And like, and if we're gonna look at what Kambosos from his career in boxing, we've always said he's always a super tough dude. Like he's a super tough dude.
Yeah,
you may not like his skill. You may not like his skill, but he's super tough.
He got the Chuck Wepner, Rocky vibe to him. Like, you know, he's tough. But what's crazy is I will say about Kambosos, he risked his own reputation as an Australian boxer. Like he gets ostracized in Australia because he's been losing these big fights. You bring Devin Haney twice to your home, and you sell out the venue, a lot of fans, and you lose. You get almost shut out by Devin Haney too. If we don't in the first fight, it should have been a shutout for real. And that's what Bill Haney was saying. Basically, we did the same thing. We did it to him after he came off a big win. Devin Haney was only 23 at the time, but still, I'm going to agree with the masses. Richardson Hitchins had the most impressive win over George Kambosos. And I think that Richardson Hitchins is a lot more skilled than what people give him credit for. Now, he has that style similar to Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson that people criticize and call boring, but you couldn't call this performance boring. And what's wild is the zone said he was dominating. They said surgical. They talked about how he was basically walking this man down. They called him, I can't think of the word they used. I actually wrote it down. Let me see. I had it somewhere.
Called him. I forgot. They did call him.
Well, I'm sorry. They said he had no respect for Kambosos.
Yes, I'm saying. That's why
he had zero respect. So the fact that he showed no respect and he put on that performance, again, he put himself in a good position for bigger fights, a la Devin Haney. This is why guys need to take the Devin Haney / Errol Spence route and now Richardson Hitchins route, because you can set yourself up for bigger paydays, bigger events, bigger fights. And also, he might be the move up in weight now because he did look weight drained. And we really want to talk about it.
Yeah, he looked weight drained. I think
especially at the weigh-in, he lould horrible.
Yeah, I think he's bigger. He's definitely a guy that I feel like 140 ain't gonna be where he ends up at. Like he could be about 147. He looked like he can still be filling out. Like he's still young too. He's still super young. It's like he has time to kind of fill out. Yeah, I mean, you know, boxing game is the boxing game, man. Folks always say they try and fight somebody. Not him. Like I kind of believe that he do like he had all thoughts that he was gonna fight Devin Haney. I think there's semi-cap with Devin Haney. I don't
know, man. I think even though Devin he's fought some notable names, I still think that the matchmaking with him is kind of cherry picking to a degree because it's some guys out there that will fight him. Like Brian Norman called him out. He told him, "Oh, he's terrible." That's all he said. He said Gary Antoine Russell was doggish. That's what his words, Devin Haney's words. So they kind of pick and choose too because I know they're looking for the big money fights. I wouldn't be shocked if this happens though. Wouldn't be shocked if this happens. You got Puello now, who's going to fight Matias.
Yeah.
Let's just say Matias knocks him out because Matias is that type of dude. Matias, hey, if he catch you, if he catch Puello, he can knock him out.
He lost.
Matias lost recently.
Yeah, he lost. What's the cat that Weston that Hitchins beat recently? That's who. That's who.
Liam Pearl.
Yeah,
So, but think about it though. If Matias, let's just say he upsets Puello, right? I guarantee Hitchins will get a fight with Matias before Gary Antoine Russell, simply because of Al Haymon. Bet. It's straight politics. It's straight politics. Nobody is calling Gary Antoine Russell. We thought all he needed was a belt, right?
Yeah.
And he got the belt. He's like, I'm gonna clean out the division. I want a unified division. I'm gonna either move up or move down. He said numerous times. And not only did he earn the belt, he dominated a way better opponent than what Hitchins did against the George Kambosos. Correct?
I agree. I agree with you all.
And now we're looking at still nobody is mentioning this man. So hence why Antoine Russell, who does not necessarily have a huge social media presence, you know this, and I know this. The family is not. They're real laid back when it comes to social media. Now he's established one because he's like, hold on, you're not going to overlook me. I dominated Rayo Valenzuela, who he's beat some notable guys. Dominated Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert was an up and coming star at one point, and now nobody's mentioning me. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Richardson Hitchins based on their history and based on the fact that he has a relationship with the family. He said many times he's a fan of the Russell family as a boxing family. He loves Gary Russell Jr. Why can't we talk? Now he's a promotional free agent. What's the holdup? You can make that fight with PBC. Totally. You could put it on an undercard to a bigger fight, a Benavidez fight, or even a Tank Roach fight. It could happen.
Yeah, I feel like it's still Hitchins is still trying to get his. I think that like you said, you're looking for a fight that's like you feel that it's very winnable right now. Like your season, you know how it is, right? Like it's not about people don't want to test the O, right? Like you undefeated, you don't want to test the O. So you do. I feel like he really believes that he can be, just like we talk about Kambosos. And honestly, I think that if he did fight Haney, it'd be a really, really good fight. I think it'd be a 50-50 fight. So I don't think that like I know Paul Maggiani, what's his name? He said that
Magliani.
Yeah,
Maggiani. Same thing.
Yeah. He said that I believe he said that he thinks that Hitchins is a better boxer than Haney. Like he would take Hitchins over Haney. He said this. And I would lean a little bit towards Haney in terms of what I saw. I think I think it's a better fight. It's a better fight for Haney in terms of like their styles are a little. I think it works better for Haney. If Haney was going to beat somebody who's a really good boxer, I think Hitchins is a guy that fits that Haney can actually beat, and it would be narrow. It'd be a really good fight. On the flip side, I think Hitchins can. Because Haney's chin can definitely knock him out. Don't get it twisted. But I do think that Hitchins believes that he can truly, truly beat Haney. Like I think he feels it in his soul that he can beat Haney, and he wants that fight bad. You know what I mean? And I think Haney on the other side is looking for from listening to Bill Haney and listening to the other cats. I feel like Haney's looking for a fight that can still help. Like build up the bad image he has from the Ryan Garcia stuff. He's still, and even his last fight, he's still looking for that opponent where he can beat. So now people can look at him a certain way. Like now, because people are looking at him like, he's been exposed. That's how people are looking at Haney now. He's exposed, and I still think Devin Haney's a good boxer. Like we said this, right? Regardless of what we think of how
he's skilled, highly skilled.
We still think he's a good boxer, but I do think that that he's looking for that boxer, his opponent, looking for that opponent that he feels like, all right, I can definitely get this W. Just because that's why he wanted Ryan Garcia back. He wanted to get that win over Ryan Garcia, and it would help out his image. That loss that Ryan had hinders that. Like now it's kind of still keeps him behind the 8 ball. So I feel like he's looking for that opponent. I don't know. I don't think he looks at I put it like this, like a better term. I don't think he looks at Hitchins as light work. He knows it's going to be a tough one. I don't think he's ready for a tough one. But I feel like for him though, for Haney, on the flip side, if I was him, I would want to fight Hitchins because I feel like my image is taking such a hit that if I give the people what they really want, it's gonna make me look good.
Based on what you're saying, there's only one guy to fight, and that's Rolly Romero, probably.
There you go. That's not bad.
He just beat Ryan.
Yep.
And then if
That's a
you
good
go out
one.
there and you dominate,
Yep, exactly.
you get a dominant decision because you're not going to stop him.
Yep.
But if you get a dominant decision over Rolly Romero, then
Get the belt.
that gives you a little more spice heading into a matchup against a Hitchins, a rematch against Garcia, a match against T.O. T.O. doesn't want to fight Haney because again, his styles make fights. It's not a good stylistic matchup for him. That's why.
Really, T.O. want to fight Haney?
Nah, he don't.
I think he does. I don't say that. I think he should.
They offered that man $11 million.
At what weight though? I know the weight was an issue. At what weight?
They were going to fight at catch weight. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know. I think he wanted at 140.
See, T.O. wants to fight at 140, but again,
I heard he
only calls out certain names. He calls out. He called out Boots. He called out Crawford because he'll be a massive underdog, but he's entertaining. He's skilled enough to compete. Yeah. But in matchups where he's not sure because of style, I think he doesn't want think about it. He struggled against Jermaine Ortiz when Jermaine Ortiz was moving constantly. Devin Haney's going to do that, and he's going to pop you, and he's going to have a reach advantage.
But you got to have pop, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be able to rough, like even Kambosos, you got to scare him. Like, you got to scare him with power. You got to scare him. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. I would agree with, but the problem with Devin Haney is not that Devin Haney would win the jab, but he would win the jab war, but he's got to scare. So who would you be more scared of terms of if they get hit clean? Teofimo or Haney? Because
Teofimo for sure. What I'm saying, that's the annoying part. That's the annoying part. This is why Tank doesn't want to fight Haney or Shakur, because he knows they can outpoint him and win a 8-4. They can win 8-4 without hurting you at all, but they win because they land more punches. I mean, we see it all the time. Haney has done this multiple times. Haney beat Kambosos. Kambosos wasn't hurt at all.
No, I agree, because he's not skilled though. That's what I'm saying. He's not skilled to beat him to a spot.
You think Teofimo is skilled
get to a spot? He's still skilled. We watched his last fight. He's super skilled. Like, that kid is super skilled. We saw him against Lomachenko. How he can move. He moves. It's not like he's a stagnant dude. He moves. Like, his movement and his power can clip. I play this. If Haney had a chin, I would totally agree with you, bro.
Haney has a chin.
Not really. He don't got a chin. It don't respond right it don't respond right, bro.
Okay, so Linares caught him, definitely for sure. Yeah, and now that was the worst. He was wobbled. The chin thing came against Ryan Garcia. Now Jojo Diaz caught him with some shots, and he hung in there.
But Jojo don't got power. He don't got power. He don't got power. He don't. His power is rated low. Believe me, I was surprised when I heard it. I'm just keeping the bean. I'm keeping the bean. I thought JoJo had power. They said JoJo don't got power. So
Who said JoJo don't have power?
Commentators, they said JoJo's lacks power.
Oh.
They say he lacks power. But like I saw Haney before, but I had questions about Haney's chin before Ryan Garcia's fight. Way before Ryan Garcia's fight. I don't like the way it's the same for when people said Deontay Wilder had a chin. Back then, I said I don't like the way he responds to getting clean with a clean hit. It's the way you respond because you lose your legs pretty quick. You can stay up, but you lose your legs. It's not about going down. It's how you lose your legs when you get hit clean. He loses his legs pretty easily. Like he'll fight through it, but he loses his legs pretty easily. That's all I'm saying. And then when you saw Ryan, the thing with Ryan is that Ryan caught him and Ryan and he kept making the same mistake. I'm talking about Haney kept making the same mistake. But to your point though, at the end of the day, like it's not even between T.O. and Haney. I'm with you. Like Haney is so skilled. I wouldn't be surprised if Haney beat Teofimo. Like I think they're trying to fight. Everything's a negotiation about trying to fight each other at a particular weight where they're both comfortable. Like I feel like T.O. wants to fight Haney at 140. I know that. He don't want to fight him. He wants to fight him at 140. Yeah,
because Haney's kind of like
exactly.
He's considered a weight bully. The problem with him being at 147, it is more comfortable for his body. But if I look at a guy like Boots, who's going to move up to 154, Boots has been at 147 for quite some time. Mm-hmm. I feel like Haney, he does not match up well in terms of size with guys like that. So I don't think 147 is a good division for him either, although he's skilled enough to compete. We just talked about his skills. Yeah, it's just Richardson Hitchins, based on how he looked before the fight at weigh-in, I think 147, he probably might have a little more pop, and he probably won't be as weight drained. So that might be a good matchup. It's just does Haney really want that fight? That's what we're going to find out. If he were to fight Rolly will definitely take the fight at 147. I'm pretty sure. The problem is none of us wants to see that, period. I don't care if you upset Ryan or not. I still don't want to see Rolly Romero fight in any main event. I just don't.
he's going like I do think he's gonna fight. I do think Haney's gonna fight Rolly though. I forgot that for some strange reason I forgot that Rolly was a dude to beat Ryan Garcia. Yes, he's gonna fight Haney. That's the fight. Which sucks though. Like it does suck, but God had to think about it. Like who would? Because why would Bill Haney? If I'm Bill Haney and I believe that my son is that good, at the end of the day, Hitchins is still young in the game. Why wouldn't I want to fight him? My son has fought in multiple big fights already. Why wouldn't I take advantage of him being green? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it lets me know already that he's got a boxer that he has in mind that he wants to send to fight next.
All I'm saying is, going back to something I said earlier and what we talked about, is stop wasting time. Like T.O., the rumor is, and Lamont Roach confirmed that T.O. is waiting for the winner of Roach Tank. So if that's the case, all right, don't talk about Hitchins. Don't talk about Devin Haney. Don't tease anything that could happen that's not going to happen. You do you. You wait for the winner. And who knows when that fight's going to happen. Tank ain't even ready yet. The date keeps getting pushed back. So either you're going to fight the winner of that or you're going to fight somebody. If you really want to make some money and you got Turk offering over $10 million a fight, do it. For Devin Haney, same thing. If he's fighting Rolly, okay, I can understand why. I get it, but at the same time, it's not, to me, it's not the right move for a fan-friendly fight. It just isn't. Look at his last fight. Do people really want to see that? You want to make, I mean, I just watched, shout out to Sean Zeitel. You know, Sean Zeitel used to be on Fight Hype, part of the Porterweight podcast. Actually saw him at Tank Roach. He posted a clip, I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, of Mosley versus De La Hoya. I mean, both of them throwing hands, trying to knock each other out. I mean, one of the dopest fights. They fought twice. He beat Oscar twice.
Yeah, awesome.
Dope fight. Both of them fought in their prime, and it was amazing. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand why you can't make it happen at the right time, bro. What are we doing?
I mean, I think it's the fight, to your point, that fight. Like, we don't got dogs like that, bro, anymore. It is what it is. Like, we don't got dogs like that anymore. We got it. We got a glimpse of it. I mean, it didn't work out the way we wanted to work out for us as being Earl fans. But we got a glimpse of folks saying, you know what? Let's go and do it. Let's do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know, to your point, you're right. I know you're going to go with it. Be like, well, we didn't get the best Earl because Earl was in a car accident.
No. He got dominated. There's nothing wrong with that.
But
he was willing to risk his own.
That's what I'm saying. He's willing, like, that's my point. Like, you are a competitor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you believe that you're truly the best. It wasn't about, like, not believing it. Like, you really believed it. Or that's why I like our homegirl Christine. She questions the Turk, right? Well, it's one thing I love about Turk, that, like, he puts people out there on notice. Like, if you talk this good game, you talk this good game, I'm gonna give you this cash to back it up. Let's see what you're ready for.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? So
that's the thing. They anytime you watch an old boxer criticize these young guys, they all have similar comebacks. Look how many losses you got. Oscar fought Tito. He risked his own.
All of them, dog.
He lost to Trinidad. He lost to Mayweather. He lost to Bernard, but he fought all them dudes, and he fought. Now the Bernard one, of course, Bernard was a little older at the time, but still, that just happened because of the timing of their careers. It wasn't because they were ducking each other.
No,
Oscar was fighting everybody coming up. So Oscar has losses because he was willing to take chances, and y'all not willing to do that. And that's on a lot of the quote unquote top tier fighters of today. This is why we don't get the fights. And right now, you mentioned Turk, and love him or hate him, he's paying for the biggest fights, and there's no excuse now. Before was, well, I need to make sure I can feed my family. Okay, well, he's offering you this. Yeah. And the thing is, you going against Haney and Shakur and guys who they're not going to lead to brain damage. Yeah. Like I said, they might outpoint you. Okay.
Yeah.
Run it back. But it's amazing how the cherry picking and the blame game is just ongoing. It's continuous. And I mean, we look at all these media outlets, boxing media outlets. They amass millions of views on this person saying this about that person, that person saying about this. Yeah. And the thing is, man, it's crazy how, shout out again to Christine, like you just mentioned, you got Taylor Serrano on their trilogy. Serrano lost twice to her, but she knows the value of fighting her and also how close she was. She probably won or arguably won part 2.
Yeah.
Should have. She like, all right, I'm running back and I'm going to make M's doing it. Versus these dudes scared to lose their like Haney was on the Pivot podcast. Shout out to them. and he said
again
no,
recently.
No. When he was on the Pivot podcast, this was his words. He said Israel Adesanya in MMA just got a win, and he was coming off a loss, and it was a big deal. He said, Mayweather, he started this whole "I want to be undefeated" mess, right? But then the man was so depressed when he lost to Ryan, and then was so jubilant about restoring his O. I got my O back. He posted that. It's like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the fear that people have, is they don't want to lose the undefeated record, which is why Lamont Roach was such a dangerous opponent for Tank, because he already lost his O. He lost it. He didn't care. He was going in with nothing to lose, and he showed that.
Well, good point. Good point.
And these guys don't have that mentality. And the thing is, now, I would have thought that Lamont Roach would have been a name now people see and want to fight. Keyshawn mentioned him, but nobody else wants to fight him because now he's dangerous now. Now he done fought the boogeyman and technically really won. Yeah. And now people are like, well, maybe I don't want to fight Lamont. So it's like, if you have a good performance, now Richardson might go through this. Actually, now you think about it, people might want to avoid him because he looks so sharp. Although the Haney's swear they see flaws in his game, and you seen flaws in his game before that fight. It's just the opponent, he made the most of that opportunity. But dude, in terms of Hitchins, in terms of what we're talking about, his spectacular performance, there's options. There's loads of options, both at 140 and 147. So it's no excuse regardless. But anybody but Rolly. That's all I'm saying. That's my anybody but Rolly.
That's Haney. That's not gonna be Hitchins. That's Haney. Hitchins ain't fighting.
You never know.
Nah, Hitchins ain't going. Hitchins ain't fighting no Rolly. I don't think that's. I think his what people want to see from him. I think there's going to be big dogs that want him, and I think there's going to be big dogs who that and he wants that fight. And he's going to take those fights. I do think. I feel like Haney's going to probably take that fight because I think Haney has a lot to. If Haney, I feel like Haney, if he fights Rolly next, Hitchins will be next after that. Like, I'm pretty confident. I feel confident in saying that. I think T.O. wants the winner between Lamont and Tank. I think that's what he wants, period. I think he really want to fight Lamont, though, to keep it a beam. That's what T.O.'s waiting for.
I personally don't want to see Lamont go to 140. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I think that's what he wants, though. Lamont made it seem like that's what's going to happen, though. The way he came out and talked about it on social media.
Yeah, Lamont's doing what he's supposed to do. Lamont's capitalizing on his great performance against Tank. I have no knock on what Lamont's doing. I just personally, I would like to see Lamont stay at 135. I think him and Shakur, I just mentioned him that missed weight badly recently. Keyshawn, I think they could have. There's some good fights there. Keyshawn is saying, all right, he's going to 140. So let me take that back. Now you got Frank Martin sitting at 140, who hasn't fought since the Tank fight. Again, these guys get these big money fights, and then they sit.
Yeah, because his is different, and no knock on him. It's just that it's what you remember about Martin. Like you get knocked down. Like you gotta it's just like you're trying to rebuild your image. I ain't saying
that's Haney too.
Yeah, believe me, I agree. That's why Haney took a break too, right? He wasn't in there quick.
He did.
He took a break. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what up, Paul?
Came back finally. So Martin, it's time to come back.
He'll come back. No, I'm with you. I'm just saying I'm not surprised he's taking this break. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he's got a new trainer too, so he's got a lot of things he's retooling. Frank Martin is somebody who he's like I think he's a little green, so that experience
is going early. Yeah,
he's another one at 140. There are options. That's my point. There are great options. Paul was good. But if you're Richardson Hitchins, the next fight, if it's Haney and let's just say it's on the undercard with the rumor that we saw, that's a good look. But if we right Haney and Martin, Haney's not gonna fight Martin. He ain't gonna fight Frank Martin. That's
not a bad idea too. That's not a bad idea for him either.
That would, but that's more risky. That's more risky than Rolly though.
I agree. It's way more risky than Rolly. I agree with you, but it's he's got the. You know what? He's gonna do Rolly first. You know what? Because Rolly just got to know. I got it because Rolly. You know why? Because Rolly just got to win over Ryan Garcia, the dude that he's supposed to get. Because I can see, honestly, I can see this happening too. I can see that I can see him fighting. I can see him fighting Rolly next, and then he gets his rematch against Ryan Garcia. Because he gets his rematch against Ryan Garcia. That's still like we may not like it. That's still a money draw, regardless of the fact. Whatever, because of popularity. It is what it is. And what happened the first time, because now the debate of performance enhancement drugs helped Ryan or not. So you have that whole storyline to play a part in it. And then after Ryan Garcia, if he beats Ryan Garcia, then he's gonna fight whoever. I still think he's 2 fights away from clearing. I don't like saying the word clearing his name, but clearing his image. If that makes any sense.
At 147, though, Haney to me doesn't have the greatest options as opposed to 140. He can't make the weight no more, or he doesn't really want to. Hitchins is the best option. Hitchins is the best option at 147. Now again, I'm looking at guys at 140 that can move up. That can move. You said T.O. doesn't want to move up, but
he don't, and he won't. And I'm be real with you, T.O. shouldn't move up. He should stay at 140. He's better at 140. If he goes to 147, he's gonna get his block knocked off, and he knows it. Let's keep it being like sometimes moving up. It's cool to move up if you can handle moving up. If you can't handle moving up, there's no need to move up.
Bro, at what point though? Seriously. Because another word that was used for Hitchins' fight against Kambosos was legacy. At what point does legacy come into play for these dudes? I don't think it matters no more to these guys.
Well, I mean, if you can handle, if your power, when I say move up, if your power translate up, then yeah, you should move up. If it can't translate, you should move up. Like I only like real talk, like Devin Haney, him going up is what I'm interested in that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because
going up to what?
147.
Well, he's at 147 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's interesting to me. Him being at 147, because power ain't even good enough. I knew it. Him being at 147 was not. It's a different type of power, bro.
What's the legacy fight for
him?
Devin Haney? That's the question. Is it Hitchins? Is it T.O.?
It's not Hitchins. It's not Hitchins.
Is it Twan?
It's Tank.
Is it
It's Tank.
Tank ain't moving up to 147. So it ain't happening.
So you to be at 147?
Yeah, that's what he said he's fighting at. He said he's not going back down, so he's got to.
Whoever.
That's what
it'd be Boots then. Sorry, it'd be Boots. It'd be Boots then, and he gets block knocked. He got to go against the best. So get his block knocked off. Go against Boots to get your block.
Now, Boots. How much longer is Boots going to be at 47? You got Brian Norman Jr. there. You got guys that might be good fights. You got what's his name?
You said legacy joint. You talking about legacy builders though? You talking
about Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield.
Yeah, I mean, Kid Austin's okay. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you talking about
legacy fight, does legacy matter?
Legacy, you talking about legacy? You go against the best of the best in that range.
You saying Boots? Russell, he's not gonna fight Russell though. He's not gonna fight him. Russell will go to 147 after
he would definitely. So he fits. Yeah, he fits 147. Like, and Twan got like if you've seen Twan at 147, that's a good fit. Like his body, his power should translate at 147.
Twan makes weight easily. Twan don't even look drained when he makes 40, and he's often under. When he fought Ken Cruz, he came in at 37. He just fought Rayo. He weighed like 138, 139.
They respect the sport. That's why. Like
they're always working. Always.
Yeah.
They don't
just like Lamont and company like this area. These boxers they respect the grind. A lot of folks be acting real funny, but they respect the grind.
That's what I'm saying. We need to take over for real. Listen, I'm gonna say this: if he take too long, the young Ben Johnson might come up and get him at 47. You better be careful.
I like Ben a lot. So I'm not throwing names out. I'm not throwing names out there.
I'm talking about Haney.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I ain't throwing it. I like that kid a lot.
It's a risk. It would be a risk, even though Ben is a big one.
No man, just take his time and keep growing.
He's going to take his time. He's only 19 years old. That's dope. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
By
that time, keep messing around.
By the time
Haney ain't moving up past 47.
No. By the time
he'll be there.
By the time Ben do his thing, by the time Ben gets to his thing, Haney out of there in boxing. Don't worry about it. We ain't right. There's no need to rush a kid. There's no rush anybody.
3 years from now,
that's fine. Then he'll be out of his way.
Haney won't even be 30 yet.
Oh yeah, look. Paul said he a year away.
Hey,
nah, he ain't a year away. Like
no, he's about 2 years away.
Yeah.
And like I said, he said himself 5 years.
Appreciate you, boss.
What's good? Yes, indeed. He said himself, Ben said this was about 2 years ago. He said 5 years from now, I'll be the face of boxing. I'm telling you, Haney's still gonna be around, bro. Don't get it twisted. No. But that's way far.
Haney gonna be gone by then. Like when I be about gone, he ain't gonna be. He is not gonna be relevant. That's all I'm telling you. I know exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. I know exactly what I'm saying.
Well, if that's the case,
because scared money don't make.
He gotta get his money now. Then
because scared money don't make money. And
that's why I said legacy don't matter.
The way Haney
don't matter these dudes.
The way Bill and Devin are moving right now, you could tell like you picking fights, and I don't feel like you in the position to be picking fights like that. If that makes any sense, like they trying to pick fights to work on Devin and get Devin back to where they want to get Devin back to. But once you already hit, like you know this, right? Once you hit prize fighting level, right? Ain't really about picking fights. It's about taking on the challenge. Look at like if you go back, look what Donaire just recently did. Like he got knocked down and he got back up, and he's still out there as one of the better. Not say one of like he's one of the better boxers in the game. But for a while, a lot of people thought he was done. But that's how you pick yourself up, though. You're taking on challenges. You know what I'm saying? He took on in a way. Like he took on challenges and gave in a way a fight. Like when you're down in the dumps, you taking challenges. Like you're not trying to pick, all right, man, that's a tough fight. I don't want that fight. This fight right here, though, I got a chance. I can turn it around. Like, you know what I mean? Just like when we saw I'm gonna go like Lamont Peterson when he took the challenge to fight
Errol.
Errol? No. Yeah, that was a good one too. But before that though.
Danny Garcia?
No, that's a good one too. Before that one. What's the dude he
beat? Amir Khan?
Yeah, Amir Khan. When he beat Amir Khan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you take on the challenge. That's what you do. You take on the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't take on the challenge after hitting rock bottom, like I don't say rock bottom because it's not rock bottom, because you still got an O. Like, he's undefeated with disqualification, so whatever it is. But you still got to take on the challenge. Like, you can't dodge the wreck. You dodge the wreck. That tells me mentally that you're not right. And if you're not right,
they're not the same. So Roy moved up and down the weight. That's what kind of messed him up. Yeah. But Roy, look what happened to Roy after Tarver. Glenn Johnson. He lost to Hopkins. Sometimes you don't regain that aura. You just don't.
That's facts.
Anthony Joshua has never regained that aura after Andy Ruiz got him out of there. Period.
Facts. Yeah. Here, look, that's a factual statement.
Ben's next fight, he's going to be announcing as soon as definitely this summer, bro. And you know he's going to come on the show, bro. We gonna put that together. I want to get him on like before that. I would love to have him part of this conversation, but I know he don't like to talk. You know, he ain't about calling folks out. He about handling his business. So I love.
You know we know we don't do that call out stuff.
So I'm not gonna bring him
bro,
on.
we don't do that call out stuff.
I tried with him like, bro, what's up with the 147? He's like, well, you know, some names there, but I could see him being like 154, you know,
how many
challenging bigger guys up in the future.
How many professional fights does he have right now?
Ben, 4, I think.
Then he's
four stoppages.
He needs about a good, to be real,
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. Because you need to get to like 30, about 30. How many fights?
He's going to fight at least 2 more times this year. So he'll be undefeated. Give him next year. He'll be about 12-0 in 2 years.
Okay, so you gotta get 20. You gotta get to 20 before we talk about because not like the amateur. You know, it's not like amateurs. You fight amateurs like nowadays.
Antoine's not at 20 fights yet.
Yeah, Antoine is what? Antoine, you sure? Antoine's at 20 fights. Definitely at 20
fights.
Is
he 19-1?
Yeah, Antoine's definitely.
He might be 18-1, 19-1.
Let me check. Because I've been looked at his record.
Antoine, but he got the title fight. He got the fight against Puello.
Yeah, you're right. No, 18-1. I'm bad, bro. I apologize. I apologize.
It depends on how you move. Antoine was a knockout artist. People want to see him. He earned it.
That's true though. That's true.
Ben is now he's
a knockout artist too.
That last fight, that's where the Berlanga comp started coming. And then the DMV is about to go. He 19, Paul. The DMV is about to blow up. I'm telling you, bro.
You're right. You're right.
Scooter Davis. He just got acknowledged by a national publication. He's fought on ESPN now. He's fought on PBC. He's fought on some big fights. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to come here. We're gonna have some big fights here. Folks gonna have to see us, man. And like you said, the mentality is different. When you talk about legacy, I think about Lamont Rose saying, I want to be considered the best fighter ever from
there you go.
We talk about Sugar Ray is part of that. Like, dude, that's the stuff I want to see from these guys. Hitchins, Haney. Stop worrying about O's and fight. I wanted you skilled.
That's why I want you to
it's love, bro.
Look at this though. Look what you just said. Look at Lamont. Lamont's a good example. It's a really good example, actually. That's a very good example, actually. Lamont got an early loss, right? Mm-hmm. Right. But instead of saying, you know what, let me, and then he won. He beat what's that to get the featherweight. Who did he beat to get the title?
Oh, he beat shoot.
WBA, the WBA.
Yeah. I can see in my head now. Gosh. Because Tank stopped him too.
Yeah,
Tank broke his jaw.
But all right, but we're That's neither here nor there.
I can't think his name.
Don't worry, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
It'll come to me later. All right. So, but look, again, he could have said, "Nah, me keep building my aura." He didn't do that. Like, yeah, if you gonna say Tank is a cash cow, yeah, whatever. Tank chose his opponent. But if Lamont and his pops and his team was like, "Nah, we ain't ready for this yet. Let me try to build on whatever," then he could go that route, and we wouldn't even say nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? He a champion, he can go that route. But he said, "Nah, let me test myself. Let me go against the best. Let me go against one of the best dudes in the game." You know what I'm saying? And look how it panned out for him. Sometimes you just gotta, like, if you believe in your talent, yeah, or take a risk, or if you truly believe in this is my thing. If you truly believe in your ability, then do it. So, like, if Haney believes that he can beat Hitchins, then fight him. Because Hitchins believes he can beat Haney. Hitchins believes he can fight. Like, he wants all these fights. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Hitchins versus Shakur, though, too, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, all these dudes could fight. The thing is, again, it's the politics. Then
they cool though, man. They real cool though. They cool though.
They are cool. They've been hot and cold because Tank was best friends with Richardson at one point.
Yeah.
And then Haney, Shakur, I can't really hang with him like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, my thing is this. Again, I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're serious about legacy, then we can get to a place where boxing YouTube and boxing media will be more about the highlights of a great fight, a historic fight. Look at what Lamont's doing now, bro. Everybody was talking about that, about the fight he fought in, not about them going back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah.
But these days, that's what it is. 100,000 views for saying, "Oh, Richardson Hitchins called Bill Haney and Devin Haney beasts." Like, come on, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm saying this out of respect for these young guys because I really think all of them are skilled. I don't think Kambosos is the most skilled. I don't think Rolly's the most skilled. That's just my opinion. So what? But the rest of these guys, it's respect for what they do. Like, people used to talk. We love Gary Russell Jr. on this show. Him fighting once a year. A lot of people didn't like that because they thought he was so skilled.
Yeah,
it wasn't a knock on who he was as a fighter. It was we want to.
They wanted to see him. They wanted to see him more.
That's it. And people wouldn't fight him though. I will say this: people avoided him because, like you said, they wouldn't take risks. So it wasn't all his fault. Wasn't all his fault.
Yeah, I would.
But,
I know what you're saying.
I'm telling you now, Lamont laid the blueprint.
Paul said, "What fight would draw the biggest pay-per-view at 140?"
140. Oh, good question, Paul. Thank you.
I appreciate that. That's a good question. The biggest draw at 140. So it's Tank.
I'm gonna say T.O.
Is Tank gonna be at 140? Would he do 140? He's doing 135.
He did it once against Barrios, but I don't know if he'll go back to it. If the money's right, of course he would. It'll probably be T.O. Tank for real.
Yeah, that would be the biggest draw. If Tank wanted to do it, that's like the biggest, like.
Well, T.O.'s waiting, like we said earlier, he's waiting for the winner of Lamont versus Tank. So let's just say Tank somehow squeaks out a win against Lamont. So let's just say hypothetically he wins that fight. Then T.O. Tank at 140. That'd be the biggest,
the biggest fight. The biggest fight.
And that's gonna be a straight PBC fight too, by the way. Turk ain't gonna have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, because
it's gonna be in New York or Vegas. New York, Tank versus T.O. in New York.
Yeah, that's Becky in New York too.
At Barclays, bro.
Damn, I'm really trying to, like, is that the biggest? Because Shakur and Tank ain't
that'd be 35. That would be a 35.
Well, that'd be 135. Even 135. And even it's not going to be a thing. It wouldn't be a thing. I mean, I think T.O.'s personality and, like, the build up would be bigger because he has his personality. His personality is. I mean, T.O.'s personality is kind of weird too, though. Like, it's kind of
Lamont wins. He wouldn't draw. No. Lamont versus T.O. would be a big fight for sure. I don't think it's bigger than.
It's Tank not bigger.
Tank is just a draw. I can't hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and T.O.'s a draw. Like New York. T.O.'s is a draw.
T.O. with
he's
the
a
right
bigger
name.
Yeah, like he's a bigger. If you go on, like, if you just look at the the followers or whatever, like that's how you kind of think about, like, who's gonna pay attention to you. You know what I mean? I'm not talking boxing. This is not different. I'm not talking boxing. Like, for instance, Ryan Garcia and Tank was a big draw. You know what I mean? Like,
huge.
It's huge draw, right? But is Tank is Ryan Garcia close to a boxer as Tank? No. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're talking about draw in terms of money. If we're talking about money draw, I would say T.O. and
Could Lamont beat T.O.? Yeah, Lamont beat T.O.
Yeah, sure we can. For sure. Like, that's not even that's not a thing. Like, I could say Antoine
Lamont
versus
is skilled, man.
Yeah,
like,
I could say Antoine versus anybody versus anybody versus Tank is a big money fight anyway. But
Antoine versus Tank would be explosive, bro.
I think Tank versus freaking
Tank is
Antoine.
small though.
Tank versus Antoine.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, you said that? Oh, yeah. That would be
that's
because
explosive.
you can play.
Fight.
Yeah, another one. But like,
Tank
but
ain't gonna
part
do
two,
that,
Tank. Real talk. Tank versus Lamont. Part two is big.
It's a big fight. It's a big
fight. I
that's
can make the argument.
That's 35 right there.
You know what? I can make the argument that part three would be big. Would probably be the biggest draw. And they did a part three. So say for instance, it's a draw or something again. Or say like Tank win but barely wins. We all know in our minds that Lamont really won the first fight. You need to have a part three. You right? You know what I'm saying?
So with that being said too, and Paul, I see you. I appreciate you. Where does that leave Hitchins? Hitchins just had the most impressive win of his career. He's a promotional free agent, and we're not talking about him being in the biggest fight at 140. It means he has some work to do, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to legacy. Fight the guys that are in front of you. Fight the other champions. You got Puello, you got Russell, you got dogs at 140. Matias is still a dog, even though people might not like his style. I know Antoine called him a rock'em sock'em robot, but I'm just saying, like, bro, styles make fights. Lamont at 140, that's not my personal preference. Yeah. I like him at 30. Well, again, Keyshawn moving up though, but you got guys like Abdullah Mason on the rise at 140.
Yeah, he's nice.
So I'm sorry, 135. So 135 still has some guys for Lamont to match up against in marquee fights and marquee bouts. Versus 140 is so many guys already there right now. I'm just saying, Tank will have to go up to get that fight. T.O.'s already there.
Yeah.
T.O. Hitchins will be a good fight too, but I'd rather see Haney versus Hitchins at 140.
Me too. I'd rather see
Haney's not going to 140.
Yeah, I'd rather have Haney at 140 against Hitchins. But I do think Hitchins is going to, like, if I'm Hitchins, the goal should be like to get all the belts I can get. Because that also stacks it to a point of you getting popularity. Also, he's a New York kid. He's going to have a backing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets all these belts, stack them. He's going to be undeniable. Real talk. He'll be undeniable because if people like what you can't, when like your folks can try to duck you, them dudes that you're talking about, they can try to duck you, but you can make yourself undeniable by like stacking on these belts, getting the mandatory fights. That way, you got to be accepted as one of them. Like you got to. No one can ignore you because I don't think old boy dodging smoke. Like Hitchins ain't dodging smoke. I see that he ain't dodging smoke. Just like I like the same way I talk about Shakur. Shakur don't dodge smoke. He wants these fights. It's just that people don't want to fight him. Like a lot of these dudes want these fights. They got to make it happen. I'm not calling out the people that he trying. I'm not calling out certain people who are dodging these fights. I'm just saying like there's the way certain dudes move that like you can tell they want these fights. Like certain dudes who keep quiet and give you excuses and give you the runaround saying like watching Bill Haney after Hitchins fight, you know how he moving. Like, you know how he moving. Like, I watched it. I saw it. Like, they kept saying, like, did he do enough? And he out there not saying, like, I was impressed, but not saying, like, that's a dude I want Devin to fight. Nah. It's like, I was impressed. He got hit a bunch of times. You're not answering the question. I know how you moving.
Say what you want about Haney. He's marketable. And
he is.
His father.
He is, though. His father's marketable.
Makes him somebody that is constantly being talked about. It's all calculated. It's all planned what they do. And it's smart. It's good. It's very smart. But the problem is, and this is the frustrating things for true boxing fans like us and people who really know the sport is, when you then see him perform, you're like, what the heck is this? That's what frustrates Lou. He like, his father talks so much and he get in the ring. It's like he's not really backing up with some of the performances he had. So that's the thing. So that's why I feel like, go ahead, be disciplined, get yourself back to 140 and fight some of these fights. But I'm not tripping. 140. Yeah, Josh Taylor is okay, but I mean, I feel like his time has passed.
His time has passed.
It's definitely passed. Like the T.O. fight was it for me for him. That was it.
Yeah, it's passed. That was his opportunity, and he got robbed.
So
he dominated that fight.
Our prediction is this. I'm gonna say this because we both agree that Rolly will probably fight Haney. That might be a good look for Haney in terms of trying to restore his mental health and get some of the public back on his side that currently just hates on him all the time. And then you got Hitchins, who will now have options. You got Twan, you got Matias, you got Puello, the winner of that fight. Hitchins also has Frank Martin. That could be an option as well. They're both, again, free agents. Could happen.
Yeah.
Frank Martin has not called him out. He called out Keyshawn. So with Keyshawn going to 140, makes things interesting too. Although right now he's gonna get suspended because all that's happened, so he's not in the mix for the rest of the year most likely. So if I had to bet who Hitchins will fight next at 140,
Puello.
I think the winner of Puello Matias. That's what I said earlier, and I think Matias wins that fight.
You don't think? Because I was thinking the winner. I was thinking between those fight, the winner fights Twan.
You would think that, but they were trying to put Twan, the matchmakers over at PBC, in the ring with Kambosos.
I know.
Like, what are we doing? Like,
I think that I do think if Puello wins, though, Twan is getting that rematch.
Twan posted on Twitter. I think I sent it to you.
I saw that. Yeah,
he said everybody talking to Puello is why you think Puello fight Matias?
Yeah, he said I saw that.
How come we not? I got a belt now. Why we not running back? That's that side. So people don't want to fight Twan. Twan going to fight somebody who we don't probably want to see.
But I think he will fight. I think he'll fight. I kind of think he'll fight the winner between those two fighters, Puello and Matisse. That's my guess. Who is this? Paul. What did Paul say?
I'm old school, so it's more what promotion team you rather than your record, than your record.
Like it's more your promotional team than your record. It ain't your record. It's about the team that's promoting.
I'm telling you though, if they really about making bread, bro, it's out there. Like for example, I talked about De La Hoya. Oscar,
and Paul, you're right. It is more about the promotional team than the record.
Oscar De La Hoya, when he fought Mosley, Oscar, even though he lost the first fight, he still made more, significantly more than Mosley. But Mosley made a guaranteed $4 million every time. I don't think that included the gate. Yeah. So the thing is, you gonna make the money. That's what it's about. That's why I said I wasn't sure about. T.O. turned. I know it's about the weight though. I guess with T.O. But these dudes, they not tripping off legacy fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, but you got Crawford.
But you don't set up. Like that's the thing. I agree with you, right? Like you still going to be the challenge, but the challenge still got to be reasonable. Like I'm not having like if I want to give you my best showing, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be in a spot where I'm gonna be in a disadvantage because of my physical weight. Like I'm gonna be drained by a fight. Right. It gotta be like I agree with you. Like you want these dudes to take the challenge, but it also has to be at a place where both fighters are at their best, at their peak shape. They don't look drained or whatever. Because then there's one, as fans, you're gonna be like, yeah, that dude look drained. That's one excuse. And secondly, like the boxer is gonna have an excuse. So we don't need all that. Like I'd rather go in a situation where if we're gonna take the fight, take it. If it's not, it doesn't sound like an excuse. If we're talking about really trying to find a true catch weight and fight at that weight, that's how I look at it. Like, if one side don't want it, then I'm gonna look at it like, to your point, if you can't find a true catch weight and one side don't want to find the catch weight, then I'm like, all right, dude, that you ain't trying to make this fight happen for real. Like you're not. Cause look at Bud. Like I think Paul, look at what Bud doing. Like Bud going up. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. When Bud started making these notable fights happen when he left Top Rank, and these dudes are staying loyal. I understand why Twan's loyal to Al Heyman, but it's frustrating as a fight fan because to me, Twan is a star and he should have been in championship fights. And I think the way they moved him, I wasn't a fan of it.
Man, 19 fights ain't like, for real talk, like it's hard.
It's good.
19 fights to be where you're at. That's kind of like, that's not the norm. Like I will say, but I do want him. Like, are you trying to say he wish he was more active, or you're saying that
active? Yes, I think because it's some guys as guys have been signed to PBC. It's like if you both sign to PBC, why can't we make it happen? And then it's harder for Heyman to reach across the aisle. Matchroom can do business with Top Rank. He can do business with Turkey. They can do business together. The Zone, all that. It's PBC that often has a difficult time reaching across the aisle. It's facts, bro. It's just that's the difficult thing. And now that's why PBC, when they have a dope stable of fighters, then fight each other.
Well, they did have it, and then now it's like not.
And they had Mayweather, and even Mayweather would do that. Mayweather, he prevented Tank from some of the bigger fights before, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now Hitchins has the ball is in your court, my dude, because you're not signed to nobody right now. Mm-hmm. So you can make it happen. He was with Hearn. That was his last fight with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, that's last fight with Eddie Hearn. That's his last fight.
That's a lesson for fighters too. He left. He made the bold move, and I respect it. I'm leaving Mayweather because he wasn't getting the fights. He went to Matchroom, and now he's made a better name for himself. Now he's made himself more marketable. That's it. And Crawford Canelo right now. I mean, a lot of guys got Crawford. I don't know why. I think Canelo is a machine, bro. He's older, but he's a commodity. It's gonna be a dope fight. I'm not going to just be like, nah.
No, I think people doing too much with that Canelo thing. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I feel like Canelo's
Crawford's skilled though.
I think Canelo. Did you know me, right? Like this is why I think Canelo's gonna win personally, but I think that I just can't. But I'm not. But it's not like it's not a guarantee to me. Like, I ain't doubting this kid, but I ain't down Crawford. But I think Canelo. I'm with you though. I don't know why people are I think they got like so like me. I think obviously like Canelo pissed me off too as well. As like a boxing fan, he's pissed me off. And I think people are doing
why.
Because he's like dodging dudes. I don't like the way he dodging.
Who? Benavidez?
Yeah, he dodging Benavidez. That
Benavidez is huge though,
he's,
bro.
No, he's trash. He's trash.
Awesome.
He's trash. He goes down his weight class. He's trash. He's scared of Benavidez. He'll fight everybody else though, Ray. He didn't fight Bivol and all that. They're bigger than him.
It's Benavidez, bro. What you mean?
He's scared. Exactly. But stop making excuses. Is what he be saying. Is what he be saying.
Oh yeah, just keep it real. Like he's too big.
Keep it being. Just keep it look, he's a heavyweight. I'm fighting a heavyweight.
He ain't the only one though, because Bivol and BF they ducking him too for real. They ducking.
I know they are.
Benavidez needs to fight at his weight though, for real. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Though. I'm not gonna knock that.
Nah, bro.
I understand though. I understand.
You fighting dude. Like Deontay Wilder is a crazy heavyweight. Folks fighting him acting like he was bigger than most heavyweights. Tyson Fury bigger than most heavyweights. I don't look, man. Like you in that realm, they
small, man, for a heavyweight.
He's a big heavyweight. They were in the realm of big heavyweights.
He was like 210, bro.
Nah, not 210 actually. But like they realm of big heavyweights. Tyson Fury, big heavyweight.
Huge.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to hit no.
Dude. But you know what though? If he had that Usyk dog in him, he would go ahead and take that fight. Though I agree with that. It's such a huge fight for Mexican fans. And for
like I don't want to hear that.
I get it. But
I get why. But I'm saying I get why. I'm just saying I get why. That's the reason why folks like diminish Canelo in this Crawford fight because they looking at that. But I'm with you. I'm like, at the end of the day, like this is how I look at this fight because Bud, his thing is that he finishes you. That's this thing, right? When you don't. It's not like he went in by decision. He finishes Bama's off. Like when he gets you on the ropes, he finishes you off.
Recently,
he been closing folks.
Man, he fought Mean Machine. He fought Postal. He fought guys. He been in some.
But beat the mess out of them though. But beat the mess out of them though. Like I know I'm talking like beat the mess out of them.
Victor Postal? Not really.
He beat the mess out of him. He beat the mess out.
He beat the mess. No. I will agree with you. Recently, you know what I'm saying. When you look at Kell Brook, tagged him 4th round out of there.
Yeah.
Sean Porter finished him. Earl finished him.
Yeah.
So
hold
you're right.
You're right.
And I'm agreeing with you. Now.
I know.
I'm
mad though. You said Sean Porter.
Recent Bud, yes. Now, Sean Porter was winning on the scorecards on that fight. Just remember that.
And his dad stopped the fight a little prematurely.
It was politics.
I know. That's why I want to go back on my statement.
Here's my concern about Bud, though. Yeah. He just did you see that Club Shay crap? You saw it?
Watch it. I heard about it.
Okay, well,
about his wife. Talking about the girl. You talking about
you watch it.
You talking about the
he having a baby with another woman?
Yeah, I heard that.
It's like, bro, stay focused, man. We've seen this movie before. It's tough. That stardom ain't no joke, man. That stardom ain't no joke. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Better counterpunch between. I don't know the way Bud looks at Earl, man. Bud might be, but
Canelo was a great counterpuncher though. He's an amazing counterpuncher.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm just saying it's like PTSD because we both was room for Earl, man. Earl talking about I was getting caught between shots. Yeah, he was. Bro.
Yeah, he was, though.
Anyway, I'm done, man. In terms of Hitchins, he's gonna probably fight the winner of that playoff fight. And they're gonna try to make like Antoine the guy that nobody wants to. They're gonna try. He's the boogeyman for real.
He's the boogeyman. You think Kambosos should retire?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think he should retire. I think he's done boxing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're in total agreement.
Yeah. Go fishing with
Go fishing
with Loma.
Yeah, Loma. Yeah.
I'm good. I've seen enough.
I've seen enough too, dude.
He made great money.
He did fight. He did though. He really did make good money.
He capitalized off
one win,
biggest win of his career. Yeah. And I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's the Buster Douglas of our era. He capitalized on. He's the Hassan Rahman. He capitalized off of what he did in that one fight. Rahman knocked out Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, you're right. No.
He got some
coins off of that.
and he got whooped too. But you know what I'm saying? Like
he is definitely the Rock Mom, more than Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas,
he's
like, yeah, he's definitely Rock Mom. Rock Mom got some big fights after that, and still got knocked out every.
He's Rock Mom, baby.
He's Rock Mom, baby.
I agree.
The funny thing is Sugar in his prime can still Sugar in his prime can still beat these dudes today.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sugar Ray definitely in his prime. Definitely.
Mosley too. Mosley had hand speed.
Man, no, that's he was a beast, dog. I mean, the only bad man that really was giving him like the dude that messed him up was Vernon Forrest. That was the only dude who kind of messed him up. Like I thought he changed his direction, but I'm with you. Like
again, styles make fights.
It does though. I agree.
Mayorga
exactly
knocks out Forrest.
Okay, so all right. I'm glad
Mayorga.
you said this. I'm glad you said that. All right, we got to end the show. We got to end it though. We're about to end it. That's why Hitchins really like. Oh no, he had a chin. Had no chin. He had a chin.
He got hit a lot. Wasn't bad. He was an old school fighter. He got hit a lot.
He got hit a lot. No, he had a chin. Mosley had a chin. He's got hit a lot. And it caught up to him at the end. But all right, so that's why I was like, he just kind of reminds me kind of like of Vernon Forrest, but like Mayorga, right? When you crowd him and you start like that's when he struggles a little bit. That's what I started thinking about Twan. I was like, Twan like to crowd you too, like. And like that's like how Mayorga was to Vernon Forrest, like because Vernon Forrest wanted to get his jab off and he couldn't because dude kept following, and Twan is like that. So I was like, that's what I was thinking to myself, like I don't know, that's a fight that he really won.
No, Twan, if you watch the amateur fights, you can find some on YouTube. He landed a lot of shots on Richardson. Now again, that Olympic fight though, Richardson came to fight, and it could have went either way. I would go watch it for you. I mean, we supposed to interview Twan hopefully soon, so yeah, we'll see what his perspective is, but hey, good stuff, bro.
Yeah, definitely good stuff, man. Good stuff. Paul Sager, great point for you, right?
Yeah, he gave me the Rey Mysterio. I love it.
Man. I know the Rey Mysterio. 619. All right, come on. Once you get inside that reach, it's over. Yeah, if you can get inside the reach, it's over. I totally agree. All right, man. Hey, appreciate everybody. Well, Paul, appreciate you pulling up, man. Appreciate you, Paul. Always appreciate you. Also, appreciate my man, my guy from the podcast. Actually, he gave me a comment. Yeah, he gave me a comment. Where'd he go? Like I'm trying to look for it now. I want to make sure there you go. Sorry. The Spit Bucket podcast. Yeah, they do follow each other, man. Great. Appreciate them too, man. Good work, man. Make sure y'all hit them with a follow and hit them and subscribe to their podcast on YouTube as well, man. You see it right here. So just in case y'all don't see it, this is it right here. Subscribe to them as well, man. All right, man. Appreciate everybody from pulling up. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene by Aegis Yadig Deuces. We are out.
Peace.